Show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love.
I've got wine.
Cheers.
Oh,
Nice.
they were expensive as well.
It's nice, right?
So, what we thought we'd do is, and sorry, I've got a habit of touching my nose.
Must be his big nostrils.
Somebody said that on social media. Are you the guy with the big nostrils on the ship? I was like, have I got big nostrils? I had a bit of a complex about it for a few minutes. Looking in the mirror going, oh, I got big nostrils. So, we have recently just returned off P&O IONA Norwegian fjord trip. If you haven't seen it, back to the start and watch the start of our
Series.
of our series. That's right. So what we've done is we've broke down everything from the booking process to disembarking and everything in between into 10 areas. Then we're going to either give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And I've got these really nifty thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up. Do you know what these remind me of? You know that TV program where they went to like see if they want to live in Australia, they go like this. Australia! And nobody ever moved, they always stayed in the UK. They just wanted a free holiday.
Never pointless show, really.
Absolutely. We broke it down into 10 areas. You keep drinking that wine. We'll get through the full bottle. Right, okay, so the first thing, I don't know what Stephen's going to score, so it'll be quite interesting. So we're going to start off right at the very, very beginning of the booking process. So the booking process online, for me, I found P&O's website quite easy and simple to use. The pricing was simple because you had the non-select and select, is that what they called them?
I think it's called, is it Early Saver and Select? And Early Saver's cheap, but with Select you get more incentives.
I think you had like different options, like you could get coach, travel to Southampton.
You can pick your room number. Basically, it just gives you a few more options. And when you actually add up how much extra it costs for a select fare, with what you actually get in onboard spend, kind of balances itself out, we found. Because we got, how much did we get when we went on?
We got £300 worth of onboard spending. It cost us £2,500, and we paid for CPS separately. We paid £152 for CPS, which actually it was quite expensive. And what we did realise after, we were a bit of a rookie error. When we agree to do something, we just go and do it quickly. We don't ever take a step back and think, actually, should we get it? Can we get it cheaper somewhere else? We just go, well, we'll just pay it.
No, we don't. No, we do shop around, but we can be quite impulsive sometimes. Am I boring you?
No, might be boring some of them, but you weren't boring me. Yeah, so CPS, 152 quid for the week. You can get cheaper, but to be fair, for convenience and how quick and simple it was worth 152 quid for me.
And I know some people say you can stop in, but I think there's a car park nearby at a shopping centre. I could not personally go on a cruise for a week knowing that there were people coming and going, parking next to your car for a full week. I'm a little bit precious like that, so I'd much rather have pull up outside a cruise terminal, you get your cases, someone drives your car off, and you don't see it till you come back.
Do you know what that is, Stephen, don't you?
What?
Peace of mind. I don't understand why people would want to leave their car in a shopping centre car park to save. Well, no, not to save money. People do it for lots of different reasons. But no, actually, no, they do it to save money. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up.
Easy.
Can't knock it. So that's 1 out of the 10 for P&O, a thumbs up.
Cheers.
I just want to touch on as well, part of the booking process after you've booked is you do get inundated with inundated with a lot of emails. Countdown to your holiday, this many days to your holiday, trying to sell you this, trying to show you this, trying to sell you this, trying to show you this, trying to sell you this, trying to show you. It got right on my nerves. Right, embarkation. So we've got out of the car, we've left the car, we're now arriving to the terminal. We dropped our bags off, there was nobody there. We went, Can you take these bags, please? Yes, he put them on. We walked zig, 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 zig. We walked zig, zig. And I've got to say, every single person that I came into contact with, from the moment of going through those doors up to getting on that ship, were brilliant. Like, the staff in there were just fantastic. And you know what, right? There's a certain age of staff in those places, and they're of an age where they're probably going out to work because they don't need to, and that's evident in how they come across, how they enjoy their job. What are you talking about?
We're not going out to it because we don't need to.
No, because they don't need to. They've probably got enough money. The mortgage is paid off. They've got enough savings.
It's a big assumption.
Well, that is my assumption. That's what I believe. These old people are there not because they have to work, because they want to work. Because I wouldn't choose at age 60 to be stood in a cruise terminal welcoming people onto a ship.
Also, 60 is old.
No, but it's retirement. I don't want to be working when I'm 60. I definitely don't want to be in a cruise terminal wishing people on board. I want to be going on a cruise. All in all, it was fantastic. Embarkation was absolutely brilliant. First class. Anything more to add to
Yeah,
that?
I've much more to add.
Ooh, 2 out of 10. A thumbs up. God, I'll be on P&O next year before you know it. Right, cabin. Let's talk about cabin. So I'll let you take the lead on this one if you want, Stephen.
Oh, there's a first for everything then.
Well,
So we decided, because we're going on a fjords cruise, it'd be a good idea to have a balcony, because there's obviously quite a lot of scenery to see. You're not just going to be literally looking out onto sea all the time, so we wanted to have a balcony room. Price point, it wasn't that much more expensive. I think in total it was about £700 more to have a balcony room rather than having an inside room. Go on board with and request if there's a partition on your balcony which you can have the steward or stewardess to open up, so it essentially it creates one large balcony between two rooms. The room itself, I think it was decent size. Big bathroom, obviously you saw all white company products, which is always a nice little touch. The bed, again, got to have been a king size bed. It didn't feel any smaller than the bed we've got at home.
no, we weren't touching when we were sleeping.
No, which is always nice. The settee, I just find the settee pointless. It just takes up some. I mean, I appreciate if you want to have it as a bed, then yeah, it's brilliant. But I do think it takes a lot of room up. The only real gripe I have with the room is there were no drawers. I just find that bizarre, that you wouldn't have a drawer.
If your biggest gripe was just the drawers, that's good, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I couldn't fault the room, except for cleanliness a little bit. You know, the little bits untouched, but
Yeah, the first impression wasn't very good. So first impression wasn't very good. As you've seen from the vlogs, it was dirty, it was unacceptable, and they didn't deal with it very well either. But that aside, it was a great cabin, a really good cabin. I slept through every single evening, apart from one night when it was quite rocky, and the couple of nights I slept because I was absolutely smashed. But apart from that, I slept
silent disco.
I slept every single night. If you've not seen the Silent Disco, please go and see.
And what I would say is, well, we chose front of the ship
Front high, which is the worst you can get
for feelings a bit of
motion. Higher you go, and the more forward you go, the more you're going to feel the ship movement.
I think it's same if you go right at the back as well, isn't it? It's
Not as much at the back.
Oh, is it not?
Where you want to be, ideally, is a midship halfway up. Apparently, is the optimal place to be for motion. If anybody wants to correct me, please put it in the comment.
But yeah, all in all, I thought it was a really nice room. Thoroughly enjoyed it. For what we paid, I think it was fantastic. So,
and another thumbs up for me, even though we had those problems at the start. Oh my god, that's 3 out of 3.
yeah, still got 7 to go.
Oh
Yeah.
no, P&O though, like, ooh. I got off thinking I'll never go with P&O again. Then you know you have time to think about it. But anyway, 3 out of 3 so far is a thumbs up.
So what's next?
Dining. Let's talk
Go on,
about
get on your soapbox.
dining. So
Here we go.
let's talk about Horizon Buffet. Just not my cup of tea. Nothing for me. Great for kids. Because all kids can choose what they want. Everyone can just get 7 piles full of different stuff.
But it's great for kids.
I suppose it's good for kids if your kids. Well, I don't think it's good for kids. I don't like kids
this is-
touching utensils and picking the nose and arses.
This is where me and James really mixed because, yeah, I personally didn't like the Horizon buffet. It did feel packed, everyone barging into each other. But whenever you've been to a buffet when it's not like that, everywhere you go, where there's a buffet, you've got people who'll be pushing in and barging past. But if you're a family and you've got kids and you don't want to be getting the whole dressed up, go into a formal dining room, you've got a restricted menu. No, you go there.
No, I get that, see, and I don't care about the amount of people in there. I care about what's on offer, and what was on offer wasn't very good.
I didn't enjoy what was on offer, to be fair.
We went a couple of times. First time we went up, we looked and walked straight back out again. One day we went up in the day, I grabbed a piece of moist chicken, and that was it, because there was nothing else to eat. For me, at that particular time. I just don't think it was very good, but some other people love it.
Yeah.
That's up to them. Anyway, buffet aside, Epicurean, I always say that wrong. Epicurean. Let down for me. It was okay, nothing special, very average. Keel and Cow, that first steak I had, very average. Sindhu, my curry was like a microwave curry from Marks and Spencer's, very average. Main dining rooms, very average, but nice, but average. So I'm just going to get to the chase. It's a thumbs down for me from the dining. I had a couple of good meals, and most of those were in the Keys. So it's a thumbs down for me for dining.
So then Keel and Cow, every time I went to Keel and Cow, I mean, I'm a creature, I've had it anywhere, pork belly. That were lovely, really nice. Sticky toffee pudding, I love sticky toffee pudding. It were nice, but I've had far better. What else did we eat? Sindhu, honestly, absolutely amazing. I'm so gutted that we couldn't get in there again. I wish we booked it 2 nights because that was by far one of the nicest meals I've had. But you went for that curry. I
went for a red curry and some rice.
And it did look crap anyway.
It was.
Steak I had were absolutely out of this world.
Janet, it was the best meal she ever had in her life!
And all I will say about cruises, unless you get something like in even main dining room, what I have found with most of the desserts, they tasted very synthetic. The Sindhu spice bread and butter pudding.
Oh yeah.
It is one of the best desserts I've ever eaten in my life.
Really? Yeah. Oh God, I've not cut your hair properly, wait there.
The room service were really nice. The food that we had for room service, that were really good.
Good point. Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
It's a thumbs up from me. Because I did enjoy what I had to eat. And he didn't. But I just think Jamie chose the wrong things, if I'm being honest.
Thumbs down. Next on our list is entertainment. Where would you like to start with entertainment, Stephen?
Shocking.
What all of it?
We went to see...
Let's start at the beginning.
So what was that one called?
What a very nice place to start!
Oh, that thing called an airport terminal.
Sky's the limit.
It was absolutely terrible.
It had a limit.
Honestly.
Not that much. Sky's the limit was awful.
I'm not even going to waste my time or your time listening to talk about how rubbish it were. I just thought it were really rubbish.
That were rubbish. Ben Moss's first show we went to see. That was fantastic. That was great. Second show we went to see Ben Moss. He was dreadful. Song choice was dreadful. His jokes were dreadful. The whole show was dreadful.
Rudy West, the comedian. it was just so... I don't know what word to use.
Working class.
Well, we're working class.
We are working class, but he was the definition of working class in a northern working men's club where people pay £2.10 for a pint.
The humour was so poor. It was so funny. It was all about birds and...
farting, shits.
Yeah. But it was still really funny.
Some parts were funny. Your mum quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Joe, I thought were brilliant.
Go on.
Those 3 women singers.
Voxens.
I thought they were amazing. Do you know where they should be?
That main headliners theatre.
The Voxens should be in the main theatre.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you now, those acoustics in the Sky Dome don't do them any favours. Those 3 girls can sing and harmonise amazingly well.
She sang Kelly Clarkson fantastic.
Amazingly well.
And Alicia Keys, really good.
They were absolutely terrific. They need to be in the headliners theatre. So if you watch it, I'll even come on and present them.
It's Jazzy.
The Voxens! Yay!
If entertainment overall, how would you rate it then?
Entertainment overall is a thumbs down from me.
It's a thumbs down from me. Only because, aside from like the musicalities and the shows, the other entertainment on board was your typical guess the weight of the cubic zirconia, or it's like let's do some arts and crafts and...
Or those people round the watch counter getting a talk on, what's those watches begin with a T?
Tudor watches.
Tudor watches. Come and listen to a speech on Tudor watches, you boring, boring people. Ooh. Have you heard the tick on that? Oh, it's amazing. Who goes to watch?
Didn't we go to watch Eurovision? I'll leave it there.
Eurovision.
Next on the list is drinks package. So we did toy with the idea before we went, do we go for a deluxe drinks package or do we just use the onboard credit that we've got? But we didn't want to go on and feel like, well, not that we would have done anyway, but it's just nice to go on just knowing that everything's kind of catered for. And I think we paid about £720 for the drinks package for a week, which I thought was quite steep. But we went with it anyway.
And it limits you to the amount of drinks you can have as well.
But to be fair, it's
14.
14, or 12 or 14 a day.
14.
Well, if I drank 14 drinks a day, I'd never wake up for
My mum could.
Well, yeah, we know your mum could.
My mum could drink 14.
She could drink Ocean Dry, his mother.
So we did toy with the idea, but we just grabbed the bull by the horns and thought, bugger it. We'll purchase it.
And in all fairness, you know, it's quite easy because when you look at your list, so you look at your menus, and it's got we had a deluxe package, so it's got a D above the column where the price is, showing you what's included. And we were drinking some French Provence wines that were like 15 quid a glass, and they were included.
Yeah, the Sauvignon Blanc,
which was really good.
The Sauvignon Blanc in Epicurean was £15.50 a glass.
And it wasn't the issue about the quality of the drink on board. The issue was actually getting a drink.
Yeah.
Honestly, it were like... Well, I can't even describe how port service were in some parts of that ship. You were literally just waiting half an hour before someone even came and took your order, and then probably waiting another half an hour before your drink even arrived. And I wouldn't mind, probably pouring a glass of wine.
These were on port days as well. There was nobody on the ship.
This is when ship were quiet, yeah, exactly.
So it was a bit difficult. What we made a little bit of a rookie error with the drinks package, because I always wondered why people would buy the drinks package when they get on board. I think, well, why would you do that? Book it before you get on board, it's cheaper. Well, the reason why people book it when they're on board is because then they can use and offset their any room credit that they've got against that, and we didn't realise you could do that. That was a complete rookie error. Second time cruisers will learn from that, because what we would have done if we knew that is we would have booked it whilst on, because what we did then end up doing is spending £300 onboard credit on room service, some speciality dining, and then a bottle of Tom Ford at £115, some Lacoste shorts at X amount. And we wouldn't have bought them if we didn't have that room credit. So that was a rookie error, our mistake.
But yeah, quality of drink were really good. Beachcomber were absolutely terrible. I only had one cocktail the whole holiday because it was just like waiting for Christmas.
So drinks package from JLG is a thumbs down. And that's a combination of not just the value for money for the drinks package, although a value for money, I'm really on the fence. I think it's okay, then sometimes I think it's not. So I'm really on the fence with that. But for this particular cruise, in terms of getting a drink and being able to use that drinks package, not abusing it, use the drinks package, I didn't feel that we were able to. So
I mean, what I would say
that's
is,
a thumbs down.
If you look at the actual price of drinks, they're not dissimilar to what you pay at a standard bar.
Really
so
reasonable.
Not expensive.
Yeah, and we only went for the £15.50
50
because it was the most expensive wine in the menu, and we've got the deluxe package. So I just said, don't abuse it. Well, the most expensive, please. So that's the drinks package, and then number 7 on our list, is crew. So for me, crew was a bit of a mixed bag, if I'm honest. You had those people walking around in the white uniform, you know, head to toe in white, just going, hello, how are you? Got right on my nerves, they did. There were people behind the bar and people in the coffee place working as quickly as they can while these in white suits are wandering around, hello, drinks are on me. Oh, honestly, got right on my nerves, they did. And overall, for me, I'm going to keep this really short and sweet. I don't think the staff were up to scratch. it's a thumbs down. I think some of them couldn't care less. I don't know whether they were coming to their end of the season and they were that bored of seeing Brits. But for the majority, not all, remember this is not about all, but overall, my experience of the staff on P&O was a thumbs down.
I think I probably have to agree. I mean, we can all compare it back to one of the cruise which we've been on, which were Royal Caribbean, and that was also during COVID when restrictions got relaxed. But the hospitality on board Royal Caribbean, they actually took an interest and were fantastic, and you'd literally get recognised by the same bar person who knew exactly what drink you liked. You were literally sat down, had a drink within 5 minutes. P&O, it just almost felt like a transaction, like they didn't really care.
Well, you know why that is for me, and why I think it is. I think it's because they don't run on tips. Gratuities are included. Yeah. Whereas on Royal Caribbean, I would slip. The first day, I slipped a guy $5 just for ringing my cocktail, and honestly, you would have thought I'd give him $5 every single time. He wasn't waiting for that again. There was a young guy, and he looked after us. Every time we were in the Star Bar at Royal Caribbean, he was there. He knew exactly what I wanted. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Stephen. Bang, bang, bang. Didn't get any of that. Okay, that was for $5. I would prefer not for P&O to take gratuities up front and spread them out. I would rather pay them as I go. I know I could do that, and I did slip the cabin boy. I slipped him 20 quid, didn't we, on first day?
Yeah.
Even though the room was really dirty and untidy, he ran around after me for about an hour getting me different sorts of things, so I just gave him 20 quid.
I just think in general though, like I say, it just felt transactional, and even like when you had your meals, affect your meals, say what it were, and just literally slam it down in front of you. But
I wouldn't say they slam it down in front of you, but
well, we went to
Mark Anthony in the Olive Grove, and I remember his name because that's a famous person's name, he really couldn't give two hoots.
No.
Who was there? Couldn't give two hoots. We were sat there at a table, he couldn't give two hoots. So, did you give a thumbs down there?
I gave a thumbs down, yeah, unfortunately.
Thumbs down for crew. Sorry. The next one is Excursions. Now, this is a difficult one, I think. How many excursions? We did 2 excursions. One's the Glacier
Still Glacier.
and on the rib boat at Helsilt.
Helsilt.
Those 2 excursions, I enjoyed them very much. What I've come to realise afterwards, and again, this is another rookie error, and I think you learn this stuff the more you cruise, but we could have done the same thing half the price by booking it independently. We chose to book it with P&O because we had the fear factor of, well, if we book it with P&O and we're late coming back off the ship, then they won't go without us. For example, the rib boat was about £80 each. Yet other people got the exact same rib boat for £40 just doing it independently.
See, I think you're wrong there.
Do you?
If you're laid back and back drawbridges or back ships going, I've seen it on
You're
YouTube.
quite risk averse as an individual.
It's not that being risk averse. Right, okay, well, it's like this. Whenever your horizon came through and it said what day, what time the ship was going to be leaving that port, when was it ever not to the actual
It always left when it said it was going to
So
leave.
if you're late and that drawbridge is closed, you ain't getting on. It's gone.
No, I do get that, Stephen. I do understand what you're saying, but I think, especially for people like you and your mum and dad who are very risk averse, yeah, you don't take risks in life, okay, you would pay that extra. What I'm saying is you can take a little bit of a risk, a really small risk, and save yourself half the money.
No, I think really what we're saying is when you actually get to these ports, it's not like you've got to go looking to find these excursions to book independently. They're literally, well, they were with Fjords, straight outside of where you got off at ship. So you could quite easily walk off and book it. You weren't searching, looking, where can I book this and the other. It were all there. So yeah, looking back, I would just book them independent because you haven't got to go searching for them.
So, what we're scoring Excursions?
So Excursions, I'm going to give it a thumbs up because I did thoroughly enjoy what we did, price point aside, and I don't think, the quality of them were fantastic. We got a lot of Bristol, we got a really nice tour guide, we got all those cakes included, we saw some absolutely amazing sights on the drive at Oldham to get to the Glacier car park, and the rib boat was just breathtaking. So yeah, definitely a thumbs up from me. A bit expensive, but thumbs up.
A thumbs up for me as well. Apart from the price point, but that's our fault, no one forced us. Apart from the price point, I could have done it independently, but I still thoroughly enjoyed.
Me too.
Ingrid was a great,
Oh, she was brilliant.
an absolutely lovely lady.
Yeah.
Taking us up to the glacier, and our rib boat was great. Young people were facilitating that rib boat, and they were great. Really good fun. So yeah, thumbs up from me. Second to last is ship. So this is a bit of a difficult one, I think, because, hold your horses, because we've only ever been on one other ship before, so it's really difficult to like know whether that ship's great, whether it's not great. So I think we've just got to base it on just how we felt about the ship. I'll let you start. In fact, I'll get some more wine.
So shall I continue?
Yeah, you continue.
So, IONA is a fairly new ship. I think it's only 4 years? A couple of years old anyway. It's not an old ship. And I think it's a nice size ship, to say that it can accommodate just over 5,000 people. It didn't actually feel overbearing in terms of size. My only gripe with the ship, I must admit, is these separate areas. So like, for example, the bar areas, everything kind of almost felt like it mingled into one. There were no kind of what felt like intimate settings. So for example, Keel and Cow was in the main atrium, but then next to Keel and Cow you might also be sat in, I can't remember what it was called, Emerald Bar or something, but all that made it Emerald Bar is it had green seats, but that were it. There were no actual, I could be wrong on this actually, was there a bar at the Emerald Bar?
Yeah.
Was that served by Keel and Cow? And this is what I mean, it all felt a bit confused, whereas when I went to Royal Caribbean, you got Wonderland, it was clear to see what was Wonderland. You got Izumi restaurant, you knew that were Izumi because it was clearly marked. On P&O Iona, you just felt like everything intermingled with each other in that main atrium and then just spread out. So I did enjoy the
Do you want me to answer that question?
Yeah.
Just asked about the Emerald,
Yeah.
whether it's a bar. Well, that's all it is, it's a bar.
Right.
But that's attached to the glass house, I think. And like, the glass house is there, the Emerald bar. But you're right, your point there is bang on, because we're not quite sure.
And that's what I mean, it's not clear. I'm still confused, and we've been on it for a week, but
Like, no one's quite sure where something starts and where it ends. I just got a look. Keel and Cow is very strange in terms of its locality and the atrium of just random bars, and I don't know. I just don't know whether it worked for us in terms of, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, really.
I just don't think I was wowed enough by it, if I'm being completely honest. For what's a new shape, I wasn't as wowed as I were on Anthem of the Seas.
And that's an older ship.
And that's an older shape, and it felt better maintained than Iona.
But-
But parts of Iona which were already looking a little bit tired, that need a little bit of attention, there were no parts I came across on Royal Caribbean.
I disagree on that. Because I don't know whether, because it was COVID and it was our first time away and our first time on a
Possibly.
cruise ship, you got caught up in the moment, because that bar that we finished up on the last evening with that lady from Leeds,
Oh, music hall.
the music hall was old-fashioned and dingy. There were lots of areas on Royal Caribbean, Stephen, that weren't very good. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Royal Caribbean, but what we're trying to do is compare the two, okay? And I think they're very two different ships. Brody's bar was a bit weird, like.
We never went in, did we?
Well, we walked in while there was an announcement from the captain. I don't know why people on P&O do this, but when the captain talks, everyone goes like this. So someone could be walking, the captain talks, and everyone freezes. Like, the captain talks, everyone freezes, and everyone goes silent. And what's he saying?
It's interesting.
The weather is 10 degrees today. We're going to make it to Stavanger today. Have a nice day. Over and out. People on cruise ships are obsessed with the captain. Like Hyacinth Bouquet, they are obsessed with the captain. Don't know why, they're obsessed with him. Obsessed with what he says, obsessed with what he does, like he's some sort of celebrity. Honestly, he's a ship driver.
I'm sure there's a lot more to it than just as a ship drive.
Well, I don't think he does a lot, to be fair. There'll be other people doing all the work, he'll just be telling them what to do. That's how it works, that's hierarchy. Anyway, so ship, oh God, it's a difficult one, I think. Ship, ooh, I'm like that. I am literally like that with the ship. Did it blow me away? No. Was it bad? No. Was it okay? Yeah, I suppose. I'll have to just go with my gut and go, IONA's probably not for me.
And I think I'd be as well. I really enjoyed the holiday. Can't complain at the holiday, but there's just nothing enough on Iona to entice me back. I feel like I've seen it now. And yeah, there's just nothing, but you'd just be covering all ground, I think. The ship, there's just nothing to draw me back. No, it's a no from me.
No to the ship. So, last but not least, you can lead this one, Steve.
What is it?
Disembarkation.
Well, it's a disembarkation, so, I mean, you got your disembarkation paperwork through a little bit too early. So, I mean, we didn't get off the ship until the Friday, and it came through on the Wednesday.
Did you get off on a Saturday?
What is Saturday?
Saturday morning.
We'll go for the Saturday.
Yeah.
Whatever way.
But it came, you're right, it came through early.
It came from a port day when we'd still got a sea day to go on, then the day after to disembark.
It came through on Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, really simple. If you wanted to leave your case outside the door and pick them back up when you get into Southampton, you could do, or you could walk off with your cases, which we chose to do that in the end because we obviously had to drive back up to Sheffield once we got off the ship and we didn't want to be really waiting around, and plus as well, we have seen those holes before where all the cases are and we just didn't really want to. For me, if you're going to be searching around for your case, you might as well just take it off with you if you're able to do so. But yeah, really simple. Got up, we had to get off the ship between, 8:30 we got off the ship at?
7.
7. I know it were early. But yeah, just went, sat downstairs, put your cases where these tensor barriers are, and then as soon as the doors opened, off you go. And it was really simple. And then obviously we got straight off at ship, walked across the road to the CPS building, what's your name, can you confirm your make and model of your car? Yeah, here's your keys, off you go. Really, really simple. Can't complain about any of the disembarkation process.
I think there's, not to repeat what you just said, but yeah, the disembarkation process came far too early, but I suppose it gives people a lot of time to think about what they're going to do. I think there's lots of options for disembarking. You can get off early like we chose to do. I was actually surprised when we got down to Atrium at 6:30 how many other people were waiting to get off. Again, you know, quite a few people waiting to get off, but they started a new line just as we were coming. So we got our cases at the front, and then I was the first person off the ship. Very smug I was. No benefit, just quite like being the first one off. But you could get off from like 7. Well, it did say 7:30 is the first time you could get off, but we were in the car park at 7:02, as you've seen from the footage. That disembarkation goes all the way up to about 10:30, 10 o'clock. Yeah. So actually, it's quite a long period where I think what you'll naturally get is people doing a varying of times, and I know they stagger and they tell what decks can go off at what times. They stagger it in that way, and it probably works really well. There was no problem getting off. It was really smooth. Again, all the people at the cruise terminal were great. So yeah, disembarkation was a doddle really. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So now I can't remember what we gave thumbs up and thumbs down to, so we're going to have to do a quick tally.
And I just want to kind of like just go back and touch on something as well. So I feel like just saying, would I go on Iona again, thumbs down? But I think when I base that judgment, it is on everything, not just the ship itself. So I'm kind of clouding that by entertainment on board with P&O wasn't for me. The food I thought was nice, you know, I had some really nice meals, but I think ultimately a lot of your experience on your holiday comes down to entertainment whilst you're on board, and I just think you're a long time on that ship. If entertainment's not good, if it's not great, it's not great, is it?
Yeah, no, you're right.
And then if the only thing you've got to do then is resort to having a drink, but then it takes an eternity to get a drink. Yeah, so the ship was really nice, don't get me wrong. If you have booked a trip on Iona, go with an open mind because you will probably really enjoy it. But, you know, this is just our experience, isn't it?
I think I need to go and just top these up, but I think I'm 50-50. I think I've gone booking process, thumbs up.
Yeah, our thumbs up booking process.
Embarkation, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Cabin, thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's 3 out of 3. Dining, thumbs down for me.
Thumbs up.
Entertainment,
Definite down.
thumbs down. Drinks package,
Definitely
thumbs
down.
down. Crew, thumbs
I
down.
think it's a neck and neck.
Excursions, thumbs up.
Brilliant.
Ship, thumbs down. Disembarkation, thumbs up.
I think that definitely puts us on fence.
It
Because
does
that's
put us on
literally
fence,
50-50.
which is good.
It is.
I don't think yours were 50. I think yours were
Slightly.
slightly
I'm slightly more in favour.
in favour, but as a partnership, as a couple, we are 50-50.
But then not sat here with us today doing this. My parents absolutely loved it, and they're actually looking to book one for next year, aren't they? So
Yeah, they've got IONA again tomorrow.
yeah, they loved it. Really loved it. Exceeded all their expectations.
So if we're going to do Janet and Jeff, Janet and Jeff are a thumbs up for everything.
Definitely.
Everything.
Yeah.
So that's good. That actually.
But then does that come down to your age? Because like my parents are 66 and 68.
Yeah.
So our entertainment is very different to what they class as entertainment.
Yeah.
Our food, you know, not dietary requirements, that's wrong. Our expectations of the food, I enjoyed it, but my parents loved the food. You know, my mum can be quite difficult to please when it comes to food, so to say that she had one of the best meals of her life in Cinder, it must have done something really good.
I don't think she's difficult to food. Anyway.
If you don't like seafood and stuff like that, and you do always worry about it's going to be a little bit catered to all, so...
Janet and Jeff loved it.
They
Big
really
thumbs
did
up
love
for
it.
Janet and Jeff.
We're looking to go again.
But for us, I think what that does show us is that we're just 50-50-50. Would we go on P&O IONA again? I would probably say no, we wouldn't. But
So yeah, we're on fence.
So we're on fence. So would we go on P&O IONA? If the price was right, probably yes. But it's probably a no. So that is our first ever review of P&O. So yeah, on the fence. So I want to give some shout outs to some people who have watched our vlog series this whole way through and have commented each week, which we are just blown away with. Dick Dag... Say that again. Dick Daz Do 4822. Hello, thank you for watching. Suzanne Gorey 5260. Thank you so much for watching. Pearl and Brian. I mean, come on,
Brian.
We love Pearl and Brian. love Pearl and Brian.
When I think of Pearl and Brian, I just think with camera.
Into mirror.
Pearl with glasses of wine.
Dan and Fleur, Dan Summers and Fleur. Again, thank you for following along. Alexandra Wordy, thank you for watching. It's all the same people, really, all three of them. Peter Davison, thank you for watching. June McMillan, thank you for watching. LNS Adventures, we love you, thank you for watching. Life with James and Ben. D&D, we know you. The Blokes from Stoke, thank you for watching. Travel Blog Jamie, thank you for the advice. Shani York, if I'm pronouncing that right, thank you. Stephen Wilton. Sorry, there's loads of people. I don't want to keep on going on, but
it just means a lot.
It means a hell of a lot that people actually comment and have watched. And, you know, we've been on YouTube for 2 years now. We haven't got many videos out there. We've only done a few vlog series. This is probably our most popular one, which has been great. And just on that, we have another vlog series coming up because 2 weeks on Friday, so the 10th of November, we are going on MSC, I can't pronounce it.
Euribia.
MSC Euribia, and we are going to Northern Europe, so we're sailing from Southampton into Hamburg, help me out.
Rotterdam, Bruges, and Le Havre.
In France. And we're going in an inside room. Controversial, I know. We're going in an inside room because it was £399 each for 7 days.
Cheaper than stopping at home.
£57 a day, full board. £57 a day, full board. Yes, it's only water and coffee with your main meal.
American coffee.
But American coffee. But $399 for 7 days. Oh, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. And we wouldn't normally have an inside room. I know we've only ever done 2 cruises, but we always said no inside room. That's because we've got nothing to look at. It's sailing into quite industrial places, so we don't need to look at anything. And it's November in the North Sea.
It's not going to be warm.
No, it's going to be cold.
But it's a holiday. It's a new shape. It looks fantastic. Apparently, is it? Oh no, is it their first LNG ship?
Yes, it is.
I didn't know if Virtuosa was, but yeah, their first LNG ship, which is why it's got all the Save the Sea on the side with that artwork. But yeah, 2 week on Friday, looking forward to it. It's going to be very different, I reckon. Because MSC, I believe, is Italian, so it'll be very interesting to see how they do cruising, because it picks people up at different ports. So it's not like everyone gets on and gets off together. It does do different pickups, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is a bit strange, but we're really looking forward to it, and we're really looking forward to bringing you along if you want to join us on that. So if you want to subscribe, it'd be great if you did. Please don't feel like you need to. It's free anyway. So please subscribe. Please like if you have liked it. All in all, I just want to say thank you for coming along and sharing this experience with us, and we're looking forward to sharing MSC
Euribia.
That's the one. With us. So it's goodbye from Jamie, and it's
Bye all.
But we're trying MSC next.
Yes.
As you know. We've also got MSC booked in for 2025 as well from Miami. Amazing. For 7 nights, so we'll look forward to that. But I definitely want to try Celebrity. That is on my list. Oh God, we're going on a Virgin cruise as well. We booked that for next August to celebrate his 40th. He's got lots of holidays next year for his 40th.
Yeah, I said we're in August and I'm 40 till October.
I know, but we've got lots of holidays then. I've got loads of stuff coming up. But yes, I've got a Virgin cruise. Definitely on my list. It's just a 3-nighter. I don't know whether I can take any more than that. I've watched vlogs of people on that. But anyway, we're here to talk about Pinot. Thank you for following along, and thank you for being around. We've loved reading your comments. If you've got any questions, please feel free to send them, put them in the comments down below, send them on Instagram, however you want to ask them, just ask them. We don't know a lot, we're really new to it, but we'll share with you what we do know. So that's goodbye from me, and thank you. Stephen?
Bye all.
Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love.